Good evening. I'm Dana Tyler. First at 6 tonight, an EMS worker who devoted herself to helping others, killed on the job. Yadira Arroyo's colleagues knew her as Yadi and chanted her name after the alleged killer faced a judge. Police say a career criminal jumped onto the back of her ambulance and then ran over her with the ambulance. Arroyo was a 14-year veteran of the force, a mother of 5, and now her family and the community is coping with her senseless loss. CBS 2's Lou Young begins our coverage live in Morrisania. Lou?
It is almost like a wake here at the station where she worked here in the Morrisania section of the Bronx, and there is no way to calculate the number of lives she touched in the 14 years of emergency service on the streets of this borough. And to die at the hands of a criminal the way she did last night seems especially cruel. The symbol of a department in mourning, a solemn ceremony here in Morrisania where co-workers struggle for composure. It has been difficult to absorb.
Everybody doesn't believe it still. I don't believe it.
Yadira Arroyo's brother is also an emergency medical technician. Inspired by her example, he says he watched her take aim at a life-saving profession and make it happen.
She just saw the school down the block and she went for it. When she took me to work and I saw what she really had to do and how she was taking care of people, and she did what she had to do. It inspired me.
Arroyo is well known both as the professional she became and for the parent she was before that. There are pictures of her proud in her FDNY uniform and caring for one of her 5 children. Her youngest is 7 years old, the eldest 23. Monica Salazar, a neighbor, is engaged to her brother. She used words like dedicated and spunky to describe Arroyo.
She was an amazing person. She was a single mother. She put herself through EMT school, got in the fire department, and served them for 14 years. She did it all on her own.
In a bizarre twist, both the victim and the alleged killer lived on the same block, which is 4.5 miles from the fatal encounter that claimed Yadira Arroyo's life. Stephen Johnson is Jose Gonzalez's neighbor at the supervised residence run by Volunteers of America. He knew Arroyo as well and is dumbfounded by what has happened.
I actually worked for a Chinese restaurant down the street for almost a year, and I used to deliver to her, so I know her too.
You know both of them?
Yes, that's what kind of makes this very hard.
It's hard on the street where she lived and hard in the place where she worked. Her commanding officer told me the way she died was entirely in character.
That was her nature. I've served the department for 28 years, and rarely do you find a member that is so dedicated, that she is so selfless, that without a moment's notice, she did what she thought was right to do, even in the face of danger. Live now in the 6 o'clock hour. There's her picture outside Station 26 here, and her co-workers continue to talk to each other and try to absorb what has happened. Captain Jefferson told me that Arroyo was an asthmatic and that she would frequently insist on going out in the ambulance even if she was on the edge of an attack. She put the safety of others before her own safety. That was a consistent theme in her life and career. When she died last night, she was working an overtime shift. We're live in Morrisania in the Bronx. Lou Young, CBS 2 News.
Thank you for letting us know what it's like there. Now, more on the man accused of hijacking Arroyo's ambulance. He was in court just a short time ago, met by a group of seething EMTs. CBS 2's